Welcome to the PI Podcast, your destination for everything NFL, discussing the latest news and providing in-depth analysis of every...
My bad, Ali. You didn't hear the intro. You gotta hear the intro.
Welcome to the PI Podcast, your destination for everything NFL, discussing the latest news and providing in-depth analysis of every NFL game. And now, here are your hosts, Ian and Tesh.
Yo, what is up, guys? PI Podcast here with episode 70. Elite. I see you, Elite. Ian about to come through just now. Yeah,
Hey, 30 seconds
week
by
9.
fast.
Yeah, it did. Week 9 just about to come through right now. So, thank you guys for joining through.
All right, boys. You know what time it is? It's week 9. Halfway through the regular season. But we still got a good bit of football left. A lot of teams are hovering around that 500 range. So this is actually going to be really interesting towards the end of the season to see who all finally makes the playoffs and who wins divisions. Let's see.
Yeah. So we went over our picks for week 9. We're just gonna go over the games now. Might change my pick from Titans to Chiefs at the end of the day, but who knows? Maybe I'll keep it.
Big news too. I don't remember who you did for Colts. I think you did.
I did Patriots.
Okay, I was gonna say Jonathan Taylor's not playing today.
I don't care about the Colts anymore.
So, oh yeah. But that's something to keep a look at if you got Jonathan Taylor on your fantasy team. Make sure to bench him.
Damien Harris was just upgraded to out. So
Yeah, so Ramondre, if you got him, start him. Same thing with the backup for the Colts, Foreman, is that his name? Johnson. I can't remember his last name. Jackson. That's what.
Yeah.
I grabbed him in fantasy because I think he's gonna have a good game.
He's projected 14 points.
He's projected 11 in our league, but that's no PPR. So PPR leagues is probably a little bit higher. But he had a decent week last week.
We are flying through the season super fast. We're halfway through, almost halfway through.
Sorry, not last week. The week before against Jacksonville, he went 12 attempts for 42 yards and a touchdown.
And he ran angry.
Yeah, he was balling. So New England's run defense definitely a little bit better than Jacksonville's, but I think he's going to get a big share with Ellinger starting. So if you have a chance to grab him, I would grab him. He shouldn't be on a waiver wire. He should just be able to be picked up. I already picked him up in our league, though, so yeah. Dameon Pierce had a good game Thursday. We can talk about that for a second. The Texans actually looked pretty good in the first half against the Eagles, and the Eagles just took care of business.
I saw a lot of people take the Eagles with their 14-point lead on parlays and everything. But if you look at the Texans, they've been winning every single game throughout the whole season except maybe one. They've been leading at some point in the game every week, and it wasn't surprising that they'd make a fight because their defense has been playing better than most people expected. And Davis Mills isn't playing great, but he's been playing horrible.
He's a second year QB. Struggles are common, but he's done a fairly good job. He played hero ball last week. He just made some bad reads, but that Eagles defense is top in the league for a reason. It's the best defense in the NFL right now. Has C.J. Gardner-Johnson with leading the league in interceptions. So that's something to keep an eye out today to see if anybody beats him. He's got 5 through 9 games, so that's hell of a trade for them. They had some good. I don't know why the Saints got rid of him for that, but it is what it is. Help the Eagles out. What's up, Tim? And Elite, yeah, we did make the trade. And I like it. I figured you would like that fire move, but I really needed a quarterback. So Matthew Stafford's out today. Wait, no, that's not who I traded for. I made so many trades this past week.
Yep, Matthew Stafford still.
I do, but I'm about to drop him because I picked up Marcus Mariota and I got Dak Prescott. And I think Dak Prescott's going to have a way better year. And I already dropped Stafford, actually.
Oh, damn.
But I have Marcus Mariota starting today, so he better do me some good. That's all I got to say. I'm already up pretty good. I'm at a 55% chance to beat Watson in the happy endings, who's 4-4, and I'm 5-3, so I really need to win this game.
Yeah, you Dak because then you ain't like Stafford lately.
Dude, Stafford's been struggling.
He's throwing picks all the day.
I know.
Too. He's going to lead the league in interceptions again.
I know.
Somehow. Any other quarterback, he would have been cut or benched.
I know, but they just gave him that extension. He can't. I mean, I've been trying to do some trades. I'm trying to shake up my roster. I'm 5-3, which isn't bad, but I don't know. I'm facing a lot of injuries right now with J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, Cooper Kupp's injured, but he's going to play.
You're on 122, Tim? Okay, I'm just going to look at my tickets and see what section I'm in. How many goddamn...
Oh, yeah, you got to go to the same game.
Yeah. I don't know how many times you want me to sign in.
And then my buy, I've got Nick Chubb, Damian Pierce, and I was trying to do a trade for Christian McCaffrey, but it didn't come out.
Okay, I'm in section 103. 103. That should be pretty close. No, that's pretty close. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you have any, if you use, let me know if you're on Discord or phone number or something. Just let me know and just DM me on Discord or something if you're in the Discord. You'll probably meet up for a second before the game starts. Well, not because I'll be there a few hours before.
You'll see him in his Falcons jersey. He's gonna be wearing a Falcons jersey of some kind.
Oh yeah, I have my Falcons jersey on. Recording game day. I can get some.
Get some like day in the life of a Falcons fan on game day. Out of the away game.
Yeah. Like, suck it, PJ Walker. Throw another pick.
Grady Jarrett sacks PJ Walker. You know it's gonna happen at least once.
Yes, sir.
All right. So without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and get into some of the picks.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a little vlog at the stadium. A little bit. Probably upload it. Probably be cool. Because I've never been in a Carolina stadium, so it's gonna be the first time. And apparently they're the 5th highest team stadium in prices for food for some reason. So maybe a little more expensive. So no Discord, I'll be looking for you. All right. Yeah, I'm in section 103. I'm at the end zone, front row at the end zone before the club seats. All the way on the edge, on the right edge, right corner, all the way in the front row. Gotta go. All right, no problem, Ellie. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good Sunday.
All right, let's do our picks.
All right, let's get our picks going. Tim, I'll be at section 103. Just so you know. All right. So, first off, first game of the week, Colts and Patriots.
I'm going Patriots here. It's going to be a tough game for both teams. But Colts are struggling, I think.
Yeah, the Colts are struggling. I don't see Sam Unger even being able to beat this Patriots defense. Yeah, I'm taking Patriots.
But Colts defense isn't bad, and Mac Jones hasn't been playing his best football, so that's something to look at too. Packers-Lions. I actually think this game's going to be closer than a lot of people are saying. Lions secondary is brutal, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't have any receivers. So I think it's going to be an Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and then on the other end, I think it's going to be a run-heavy scheme for the Lions as well. Lions have to play like they played against the Dolphins, and they have to score every time they touch the football.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift's on the snap going because of his shoulder.
Yeah.
So he won't be playing as much. So Jamal Williams will be taking most of the heavy load. This game should be very close. This game should be close. I'm expecting it to be a one-score game at the end of it, especially if the Packers keep running the ball like they do. They'll be able to dominate on the defensive line of the Lions. They'll be able to pound it with Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. They just need to rely on that because the receivers are way too young. They don't have any kind of rapport with them yet, even though it's halfway through the season. It's not looking good for them, and they need to win badly.
Yeah, yep, definitely. Both teams really.
I'm gonna go. It's tough, so
This is one I could see the underdog winning.
I'm gonna go Packers here just because I like their run game a lot.
Yeah, I like the Packers here as well. Even though they don't have the receiving weapons, they still have a very good backfield. So I think it's going to be run heavy, and I've got the Packers winning this one as well.
If the Lions lose this game, their season's over. It's 1-7.
Oh yeah,
It's almost impossible to come back from.
Then we got the Chargers and Falcons. This is going to be a game. Very good news for the Falcons. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, both out. But I mean, their receivers have been stepping up. So it's not like it's a shoo-in win for the Falcons by any means. But the Chargers also allow a lot of rushing yards, and the Falcons are a top 3 team in the NFL for rushing. So that's a good combo. I mean, Falcons secondary is giving up some big plays, so you got to look at their backup wide receivers still. But the Falcons running game I like against the Chargers.
Yeah, our running game has been very, very good, especially even without Cordero Patterson last 4 weeks. Cordero Patterson is back this week, so he's going to be out there balling. And if the Chargers can't stop the run, then they're going to be in for a long day. But if they pinch up deep with those 7-man linemen aiming for a run, hit them with a play action, then Mir Bird's going to go deep, or even Drake London or Kyle Pitts going to hit you there. So, yeah, I got my Falcons here. I think we will be able to run over the Chargers a little bit. I think Justin Herbert will get them reasonably, I think, closer.
Yeah.
Closer. So I think it should be a one-possession game, but I think we pulled on top just because we're able to manage the game and run the ball and shoot some clock.
Yeah, that's going to be the key factor to win this game, and the Falcons are going to have to get pressure on Justin Herbert because he's not going to have those receivers wide open quick. It's going to take a second for them receivers to get open, which means Grady Jarrett, Ebiketie, they got to get to the quarterback and at least disrupt him.
Yeah, he's not going to be without 3 of his linemen, so that's going to help just even more.
Bills, Jets. Man, I don't want to go against the Jets, but I can't go against the Bills. I have to go with the Bills here.
I got to go with Bills, too. I don't see them winning, but if this is a test for the Jets, if their defense is as good as they want themselves to be, they have to limit Josh Allen to under 20 points. If they do that, they win this game. Yeah,
the Jets also, the Bills' defense isn't bad either. So, I mean, this Jets offense who's looked decent. I mean, the defense is definitely carrying them. But this Jets offense is going to have to get moving against a top 10 defense in the league.
I'm not going to be surprised if the score is like 24 to 16.
Yeah, I think it's going to be either extremely low scoring or the Bills are going to run away with it because the Jets are frauds. That's the two outcomes. It's either Jets are really good or the Jets are frauds. And I don't know, man, Josh Allen, I just cannot go against the MVP leader right now in my books. You could say Jalen Hurts, but Josh Allen, man, he's beaten Kansas City. You could argue that Jalen Hurts.
I don't know how to give Jalen Hurts it because they've just really been running it. He doesn't really throw.
Oh, AJ Brown though has.
AJ Brown is balling, but
I got the Bills.
I like Josh Allen in the MVP race right now. But yeah, I got the Bills. Stephon Diggs going against Sauce Gardner. He's ranked number 1 in defensive passes. Yeah, everything literally.
So we got the Bills today, but this is a shootout in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Then we got the Vikings Commanders.
Chase Young was activated, but he is not playing this game. So Commanders still have that amazing D-line that they have, that I want my D-line to have. But Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, who didn't want that line? But the Vikings, they're hot right now, and I like them against the Commanders. You got to see something from Taylor Heineke as well. If he if he's able to get that connection with Terry McLaurin again and these receivers, I mean, they're going to keep it close.
I have liked Taylor Heineke so far. I don't think he's been doing a bad job considering he's been thrown into situations a lot. He's not just taking the reins and able to lead the team. He's getting thrown in when somebody gets hurt, and he's been producing, in my opinion, at a decent enough level to where I think next year, if you don't get a top draft pick to draft your quarterback, I think you go with Taylor Heineke for a little bit, and at least for a full season, see what he's got.
Yeah. It's going to be about how much pressure Washington's going to get on Kirk Cousins, because they can get pressure, and if they do get pressure on Kirk Cousins, they're gonna limit this Vikings offense. I got Vikings here.
I've got Vikings here too. I think their win streak continues. Panthers, Bengals, without Jamar Chase. This Carolina defense is actually decent when their offense is moving down the field. But I've got the Bengals here. I think the Panthers are obviously in that rebuild stage. They took a brutal loss last week. And I don't think that helps your confidence at all. I think the Bengals won this one in a must-win game for the Bengals without Jamar Chase.
Yeah. So this week it's probably the least amount of NFL games on Sunday, just because of like 6 teams being on bye this week. I got the Bengals here. The Panthers defense is good enough. Their pass rush is good enough. And Bengals just didn't look good against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Like they, without Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow looked lost. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think they can figure it out. I think T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are reasonable options, and don't know how they didn't do anything against the Browns, but they should be able to do something against the Panthers. So I get Bengals here.
All right, then we've got the Raiders at Jacksonville playing right down the street from us. Raiders looked terrible last week. I mean, god awful. But I don't think they're going to look that way this week. You got to think last week the Jaguars sparked a life into the Denver Broncos offense. This is probably going to be one of those games for the Raiders where they make it happen. The big thing is if the Raiders run the football, they will win this football game. If they don't, they're going to lose because they're putting all their eggs in one basket with Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, and it's not working. You can already see like Hunter Renfro's numbers have gone down tremendously. They're not using him, who was a huge security blanket for Carr last year. But when Josh Jacobs gets the football, they win. So they're going to have to run the football to win this game. But I also see Jaguars running the ball a lot with Travis Etienne, and I have him having another big game. I've got his over on pretty much everything. If you want to over, he's going to score at least a touchdown. He's going to go over 80 yards, I think his rushing total was for this week. I think it was 90 total receiving and rushing yards.
That made a good one.
So I locked him up. My lock for that one was, let's see, Travis Etienne. Oh, it's 105. 105, but still 100 scrimmage yards basically. That's easy for Etienne.
No, I haven't been. I haven't been
yeah.
in all the Jack games.
It is nice though. I've seen it. I haven't been there, but
Is it like different pricing for like to go up there, or
I don't know.
I don't know if it is. It might be. I don't know, but it'd be pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know if I go in it during a game, just because if you have to do anything, like you literally had to drive and everything.
Yeah.
It'd be annoying. For me, at least.
So I've got the Jags here. They are underdogs in this game, and they've won every game they've been an underdog so far this season. They've been the top dog in every other game this year, and they've lost every single one of them. So I've got them breaking their losing streak. But they're both teams are on a losing streak right now. Both teams are going to try to win.
Yeah, Derek Carr has just been looking horrible this year. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's supposed to be playing good with Devontae Adams out there and all his weapons, but he hasn't been looking good. He's making horrible decisions. You saw the Saints game. Just awful playmaking, awful decision-making from him. Never have seen anything like it. I mean, it's to a point, and maybe it's coaching as well. Jeff McDaniels might not be the best coach either, but they're in kind of a strut. Jaguars are going to play him tough, though. Jaguars been in every game so far. I'm going to go to Raiders by one score. I think it's going to be close. Raiders I think same thing that happened with Broncos. I think they're going to find some sort of lights for Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
I think Devontae Adams will be able to hit one deep. Yeah. All right, Dolphins at Bears.
At the Dolphins here, but this Chicago defense is really good, and plus we're going to be able to see Chase Claypool on the Bears. I don't know if he's going to get a lot of reps, but I mean, it is a receiving threat for the Chicago Bears that they haven't had, and it should free up Darnell Mooney a little bit, should free up the running game a little bit. So I think this is actually going to be a decent game.
Yeah, the Bears defense has looked good with their rookies Kyler Gordon and the other one. Oh no, what's up? How's it going, No?
So do you know?
What's their Kyler Gordon and what's their other rookie? There's Jaquan Brisker. Yeah, they've been looking really good. I like the way the Bears defense plays, but I have to go with the Dolphins too. It's just for playing at the astounding level, and he has best receivers in the league, or some of the best receivers in the league. So I think it's gonna be tough for the Bears to win this game. If Chase Claypool does get reps, he needs to make the most of it if the Bears want a chance to win this game. Seahawks and Cardinals, which could be a shootout.
Could be. I got the Seahawks here. I'm not going against the Seahawks anymore.
Okay. I get to take the Cardinals. Okay. I can't go against Kyler Murray right now. I think they're 3-5. Cardinals are. I think they're gonna need one here, and I think they're gonna get it to stay in the race for the NFC West. The Seahawks are looking really good. Geno Smith is playing at an astounding level. That being said, I really like what Cardinals are doing with D-Hop. When D-Hop came back, it just brought some life into the Cardinals offense. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a touchdown game. But I think it's going to be high scoring. I'd have to say it would be like 37-34 or 37-31.
Then we got Rams at Buccaneers, two struggling offenses.
He has to watch the Saints get murdered on Monday Night Football.
I don't know. That game could be closer than we think. But we'll get to that in 1 second.
I'd like the Saints to go down.
I know you do.
Bad. Their season's over.
Rams versus Buccaneers. Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford. You know what?
Who's going to throw the pick?
Here's the thing. I don't know how much Cooper Kupp's going to play. They said they're not limiting him, but if he's hurt, I mean, that's something I don't want happening to my fantasy guy right now. So I'm going to go with Tampa.
Ooh. And Tom Brady needs to find some sort of rhythm with this team. I don't know if today's the day. They just look all sorts of bad. Their offense, especially the offensive line, they just haven't got anything going. Even with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin back, they just still haven't found anything going. I'm gonna take the Rams here. I think they got enough going for them right now that the Buccaneers don't have. They have a little more chemistry that's going for them than the Tom Brady has with his receivers on offense. And Aaron Donald, I think, is gonna get a sack on Tom Brady.
All right, then we got Chiefs, Titans. Titans at Chiefs. In Kansas City, I'm going Chiefs. But I do have Derrick Henry getting a touchdown today, so that's...
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Chiefs. They're too good. Patrick Mahomes is too good. But if the Titans win, I'm going to be pissed because I had them picked on Wednesday. Yeah. But I got to go Chiefs here. I really like Henry to have a decent game, but Malik Willis is starting, so it's going to be a little rough if they have to pass it a lot, especially with the rookie quarterback in there.
Yeah, especially with Malik Willis starting, I have the Chiefs for sure. Ravens, Saints. I do have the Ravens.
Ritter, finally, but it's not going to happen.
There's no reason. You're in first place. No reason. Unless you guys go on like a...
I don't need him, but I'd like to see it.
But here's the thing.
But there's no point.
You might not even actually go with Desmond Ritter next year.
True.
I mean, I don't think you're going with Marcus Mariota either. But you could possibly draft a guy that you think's even better than Ritter next year in the draft. You don't know what you're drafting. Yeah, if you go on a 10-game losing streak, you're probably going to draft a quarterback if you get a high overall pick. It's kind of like We had
Well,
Minshew.
if Ritter probably wants to Ritter probably won't start this season, but that means if when our first round pick probably won't be offensive, he'll probably be defensive.
Yeah, true. You went offense last year and the year before with Pitts,
And we can finally get a pass rusher that I've been wanting for so long.
But
I wanted Bradley Chubb, honestly, but it's what it is.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I wanted Bradley Chubb. You know what? Not fluff.
Ravens. I mean, Andy Dalton's going to be playing. Alvin Kamara has been playing better, but I mean, this Ravens team, I think they've got a lot to play for. I don't think the Saints have much to play for compared to the Ravens. The Ravens they're obviously all in. They just made that big trade, which shows you that they're all in. So I think they've got this one.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens here. They're just going to be too much for Saints. Look, Andy Dalton's playing okay. He's the safe guy. You bench Jameis Winston. It's been played horrible, so there's no point in having him back in. The Saints they're playing next. They're taking the Ravens.
All right, and then some fantasy stuff. Underdog, remember, you can do picks for as low as $1, and you can win up to 20 times your money. So, my picks for today on one of mine, and then I'm going to do some more later. I did 5 picks for 40, so I put $2 on this. I've got Kenneth Walker higher than 75.5 rushing yards. I've got Derrick Henry higher than 0.5 TDs, rushing TDs. I've got Travis Etienne higher than 105.5 rushing plus receiving yards. I've got Garrett Wilson higher than 47.5 receiving yards. And then the one that I'm a little upset that I did because I kind of forgot that he didn't have his top 2 wide receiver playing. I've got Justin Herbert higher than 284.5 yards.
Now, you have a good chance of getting it, though.
The secondary has allowed high yardage, so they play a lot up in front of them, right? They try to keep them in front, so they'll give up an 8-9 yard pass here and there. So I do think Justin Herbert can get it. And I think Austin Eckler is going to take screen passes for the distance, so that's what I'm expecting. But $2 when you're 40 if you hit that. So hopefully you can cash out.
Yeah, Michael Thomas out for the season now. I think he's done. I really, even if he comes back, I don't think he's ever. I think he's done. I think his career is done. He can play next year if he wants, but his career is done. He's 3-4 years now that he's been out the whole seasons, maybe even playing a few games here and there. But I think he's done. I don't think he's as good anymore either, and it's going to slow him down even more next year. So I don't like his chances. He could be traded or even released next year.
Yeah, especially that they've got a replacement, so there's no reason to keep him.
Yeah, that is all the games for week 9.
Oh, short week.
Yeah, it is.
I think we're on a bye next week.
With Jaguars?
Oh no, we play the Chiefs next week.
Oh my God!
In Kansas City.
Oh, that influences a heart attacks. Anyway, that's like freaking roadkill. I don't even know.
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah. We're gonna be coming out with some videos here soon of Elite asked us to make the Jets video. We haven't forgot that. There's a couple other videos we had in mind. Our most surprising teams, our most expected to be successful teams. We'll come out with all those.
Our playoff prediction, we can make a video on that too.
Yeah, playoff predictions now that we're halfway through and we kind of know how teams are playing.
Yeah. Uno, thank you for stopping by. You the best. Tim, Elite, thank you guys as well for stopping by.
Antonio, I'm sure you'll watch the VOD, so thank you if we do. I'm sure we'll get a comment.
You think the Eagles get number 1 seed?
Oh, 100% NFC.
There ain't no.
The question mark for me is the AFC number 1 seed because, Chiefs and Bills both potentially could get it because the Chiefs I don't see losing maybe 1 or 2 games. The Bills are the same way though, but the Bills have a win over the Chiefs. So if they have the same record, the Bills will have it. But the Titans were the number 2 seed up until last week. So I mean, the AFC's wide open.
Yeah, and if the Bills get a bye week, that's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's gonna play in the playoffs again like he did last year. Oh, okay.
With a chip on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's another Bills.
It's gonna be
better
AFC championship though, not even divisional. AFC championship. Bills.
They both have to have the 1 and 2 seed for that down.
Yep. Oh man, that'd be the game of the year. Oh,
that would be
man.
better than the Super Bowl, whatever.
It depends on what the Super Bowl is.
Because the Eagles have not played that big competition yet.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl, but they'll make playoff socks.
That's going to be the question because I also really like the Vikings. They're on fire right now. Trying to think of who else is like a really good. That's really
Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys, yeah, but they're in the same boat. They haven't played
Giants.
top of its schedule.
Surprise people.
The NFC East has flipped.
Maybe even one of the NFC West teams. Whoever wins that division has the firepower to beat some of those teams. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Whenever we do our podcast next, we're trying to get back into it, like just schedule wise, so you guys to see a lot more content. All right, so thank you guys for watching. See you guys.